Right. 20th, yeah, wasn't it? Judgment Day. So, they're giving me summertime, but they're concentrating on the line. One of these mornings, you're going to get up and spread your wings and fly away. So maybe you're planning on going somewhere, travelling. But you're growing. And you're watching you grow. Yeah, I've got a grandma mentioned. Beach. I'll send you my scribbles, you know what to do with them now. There's a crab man, a honey man, and what was the other one? Strawberry lady. So whatever that means. So what we're starting with, here we go. So what does Rhiannon need to know, please, Spirit? Massively important that we find out clearly. And there you are. So they're here already. They've cut on your card. Absolutely bloody fantastic. So, nice one. Maybe it's an important date, is it? It's something to do with this month for somebody. Beach holidays. They're watching you. And they've been watching you for a long time, I think. They've known you from child. So, there's a lot of love, obviously, because you come straight out in the cut. They want to speak to you. They're ready to speak to you. Let's see what this is about, shall we? Time to spread your wings. You're growing. Yes, you are. Rising like the phoenix, Rhiannon. Be ready for anything. Is what they're saying. Is your pal? Yes, it is. So this looks like you should be very positive. We start with the 10 is negative. So it could be a date that somebody passed or changes are taking place that you don't like. But they're saying when you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up. So these changes are necessary. You won't like them, but they are important. So be prepared for anything. Plan. Get your shit together because you've been distracted by something that's not really important. You are rising like the phoenix from this ashes. Whatever this change was that you didn't like or you're not going to like it in the immediate future, the number 10, massively important, negative, but it will bring you to a point where you know you've got to destroy something and rebuild, because you've been carrying a heavy burden that probably wasn't even yours for too long. They're giving me a 10-day period, but it could have been longer. Because you're sat on the fence, you've been people pleasing, you've been torn between what decisions to make, and you feel silenced. You feel like you can't speak your truth because you wasn't brought up that way, or they didn't teach you that way. Especially if this is somebody in spirit that you're looking for recognition or permission from, they're giving you it. They're saying, you do you. It doesn't matter what religion or belief or your upbringing or where you was taught to believe. The key to your life is with the child. So it's either you as a child, your inner child, your ego, or it's a child that you know. Taurus energy, the 5 or the 23, negative energy. A marriage or a friendship may be broken. A study may have been absolutely horrendous, and I'm not surprised these 2 years you've maybe been trying to keep it together, but it hasn't worked. They're telling you to speak your truth, shame the devil, and sever ties. You don't need all that extra added burden on your shoulders. Just do you. Yeah? So it's throat chakra as well. You may have issues health-wise with the throat, but you must speak your truth. And live in your truth. Be your genuine self. Yeah, nightmare. At least 9 weeks, sleepless nights, just you don't know what to do for best. Or you do know what to do, but you just didn't want to do it. Because it means moving home. And they did mention a house in your scribbles. So a random house, whatever that means. There may be issues with repairs need doing at home, or the family unit just doesn't fit. You might be the black sheep of the family. You're never going to please everybody, so you might as well please yourself, is what they're saying. And again, we've got the truth will come out. Justice, cutting through the bullshit. 1 week. Not everything is black and white. Somebody's tried to get away with something. Could be you, might be somebody else. Before they got away with your chickens and they're coming back for your sheep. Are you going to give them a second chance? I don't know. I don't think you should. There's an apology coming there. Possibly from somebody with a darker complexion or wears uniform. Somebody with a limp. And again, the honey. So it may be in somebody in spirit that feels they have to say sorry to you if they made you feel less than at any point. But it may be you that's apologising. Or they've heard your apology. And then everything changes. So, we'll see. Maybe if they apologise, you should give them another go. Who knows? But they've been found out. The truth will be told. No two ways about it. So that 10 is... It could go either way. It all depends on whether there's an apology and they realise the consequences. Because this is unfinished business. A fire sign energy. Possibly a Sagittarius. Could be any of those signs. They're fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody was sticking their head in the sand hoping things would go away. They was too hasty maybe in their judgment or in their actions. And now they're regretting it. It could be something to do with a mother or pregnancy, the most important female in your life. But you are growing, and we don't grow without pain. A child cannot be born without pain. So a new beginning, fresh start, your happiness returns, greener pastures, possibly the Taurus again. It's the 3rd or the 30th, and it is connected sometimes to the military, so we can't rule that out. November the 11th, May the 31st. But the 3rd or the 30th, especially of this month, could be massively important. It's happiness and abundance and possible news of a pregnancy. Watch out for the ladybirds because they are a really good sign. Yeah, action needs to be taken. We've got fire sign energy again. Aries this time. Aries cusper. Could be an early Aries, Pisces Aries. Could be a late Aries. Aries Taurus, which would fit. And then we've got Sagittarius again. The 14. So overcoming addictions to drugs, a way of life, gambling, online shopping, whatever your vice is. The number 14 brings balance back to your life. It's learning the hard lessons but coming out stronger on the other side. Weight loss, hips and thigh issues healed. You're at the dark night of the soul, so you have to decide which path you're going on. Are you going to keep going around in circles, or are you going to take a new path? Yeah, there's gossip, a lot of gossip, possibly children getting involved, a problem fire sign child or younger fire sign energy. Again, patience is needed. Wait for the apology, or somebody's waiting for you to apologise. Your ships will come in. But patience is needed. You've got something missing. You'll soon be able to build these firmer foundations, but at the minute there's something missing. Because you haven't planned. You've got to plan for this. Don't be distracted by all these other things that are going on. Yeah? Some rapid communication infatuations with outsiders, maybe, or an outside subject. Yeah. Someone in uniform. It keeps saying someone in uniform. An older man. It could be you though, because this is the Capricorn card. So it doesn't matter on gender or anything. But it's Capricorn Cusper, which you are. And it's somebody may have made an enemy of you. A good and generous friend. Now you have to speak your truth, because they made an enemy of you. You may feel stabbed in the back, or there may have been a passing. What I will keep saying though is Spirit is saying to me, any animosity that was on this side of life is not on the other. They've let go, and they want you to, they're sorry if it was from their side, and they know that you're sorry if it's from yours. But you may feel like you've lost everything if this is you, but it needed to happen, because like I said, you are rising like the phoenix. You are releasing this pain, this heartache, this betrayal, this passing. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and stick a fork in you, you're done. You've had enough. Time to spread your wings and fly. The lunar eclipse, there's your change. It has to happen. Number 7, massively important. A change is taking place. I don't think we've got another lunar eclipse. I think we have got an eclipse in August, but I don't know that it's a lunar one. Number 43 could be important. Number 7 could be important. So, 3 things cannot be hidden. The sun, the moon, and the truth. And they keep going on about the truth. And it's your truth, not everybody else's truth. What you know to be true in your heart. People were very, very scared of eclipses. So you may have some fear. It brings things out from the shadows. It's not necessarily bad, and it shouldn't be viewed as such. But they didn't exactly notice what it was coming up. You didn't plan for this. It's a bit of a surprise. You knew about it, I think, but it was a bit of a surprise when it happened. Dramatic changes are in store, and such changes will be unexpected ones. The kind that might, thank you, Spirit, full circle. Expect the unexpected. They may seem hard, or will take some special effort on your part. This is not going to be easy, barely noticeable transformation. Your world is going to be rattled, and it will seem more like a revolution. Do not be alarmed, because this altering of your life is essential to getting you to where you need to be, which is a better place. We are all here to share our gifts and lead others to theirs. This isn't going to be an easy path. Don't dwell on it. Don't look back on the past. Don't cry over spilt milk. Any number of things might happen. The ending or beginning of a transformative relationship, a change in your life path or job, or a change where you live. Don't see anything as a failure. See it as a lesson and a blessing and a lesson learned. Whatever it may be, it will be abrupt. It's a new way of looking at things. That's why it can even bring change to eyeglasses or contact lenses. So I hope that's all it is for you. If you're lucky, a marked improvement in your eyesight. But you are going to see things very, very clearly. The moon has a connection to the brain, thus you may find you're more in tune with unseen energies and experience moments of revelation. Whatever the issue, it's been brewing for a while, and things are about to bubble over. It could be a partner or would-be partner who wishes to take the relationship to a new level. Since the moon symbolises our emotions, you probably already sense what this change should be, and will not be completely surprised by it. But the force and dramatic nature of this shift will be unexpected. So expect to be thrown off balance, and if the situation is something you've taken for granted and it collapses, then you need to make a new start. In any event, you will start to see these effects within the next 6 weeks. Yes. Expect for the outcome to be completed within 6 months. This card indicates cycles, and whatever seems lost at this time, you can be assured that it will return to you. Jesus, I've had to stop this video 4 times. This is not my cough. There is somebody that you've got in spirit. Emphysema, cancer of the throat, there is throat issues, unable to breathe at times. It is, it's a very strong energy. So, and like I say, I'm getting grandma, but this could be someone different. So whatever is lost at this time can be assured will return to you, perhaps in a different form, but most certainly better. It's inevitable, you can't stop it. The change is coming, it brings in the new. There is a lot of memories and dissolution going on. 5 months, build a bridge, get over it, because you can't keep dwelling on it and staying in that funk. Stop being miserable and start enjoying your life. They want you to enjoy your life. Shaman spiral, the number 8. Awareness, so be alert, be aware, practice and connection. So you may be talking to spirit without realising it. Tune in. So, the solitary shaman, the walker between the worlds, whose bridge is, what have I just said, bridge? Build a bridge and get over it. The gap between the physical and non-physical realities. Call on the spirit helper when in need of connection and awareness of self and your surroundings. She will guide you when in need and be an invisible ally to the spiral. Itself indicates a knowing of who you are past the physical body. So it doesn't matter what your physical body looks like, you are still that person and where you came from without the need of your ego, which is what I said in it. That little child is your ego. This card represents the knowing of yourself, the true you, your spirit, a deepening of your awareness and understanding of the world through the shaman's eyes. You see, when our physical body dies, our soul lives on to reincarnate again and again. So who are you without the limitations of your body? If there has been a passing, there must have been a birth close by. One needs to look very deep to take off the restrictions of who we think we are or who we think we should be. If we were never to interact with another person, who would we express ourselves as and then be that person? Are you comfortable with who you are on the inside, and does it match the person you are on the outside? Is there an ego that needs to set aside, or do you need to find your inner strength to be who we truly meant to be? So, for example, if you're constantly having to tell people who or what you are, or you get upset when people disagree with who or what you are, then you are not happy with yourself. So as long as you're happy with yourself, their opinions will not faze you or matter. So your ego is getting in the way and it needs to be set aside. You need to find your inner strength to be who you truly meant to be, free from the harsh judgments from ourselves and for others we find from those around us. Are you with like-minded people or people who support and love you unconditionally? Only when you love who you are on the inside fully will you know who you are by doing what brings you joy. Then you will not care what others think. Stand proud, be confident in your skin and your powerful energy to be reckoned with. So I don't care if your mum or somebody says, oh God, what would Gran think of you? Or what would Grandad think of you? Or, do you know what I mean? They don't know what they thought and they're not speaking for them, is what Spirit's saying. From this place you can take on anything. When you find this place, remember what it feels like. So when you're feeling off, you need to find your strength again, look within. The shaman spiral is also showing a need to practice your spirituality. What are your rituals? What is your self-care? So looking after yourself, self-meditation. You're sitting quietly with your cup of tea in the morning. Imagine all your ancestors surrounding you with a force field so that nothing can harm or hurt you. You may be getting stuck in your physical, material world and getting bogged down. Start doing the practice. Wake up, meditate, light your incense on your altar, sit with a tree each day until you feel it speak to you. Do the work means showing up and making the spiritual connections necessary to feed your spirit and keep you uplifted in the physical world. So the only thing that's stopping you is yourself, because you've got to switch off from other people's opinions of you. Yeah? Time to fly. Time to rise up and be like the phoenix. Settlement of a long-standing problem. There you are, the angels are with you. Can't get any clearer than that. Finances might be an issue at the minute, but you've got to lose your attachment to finances and then more will come to you. And Celtic, so I did have Wales in the book, I'll show you the scribbles as well, but there may be a Welsh connection somewhere. Welsh, Irish, Scottish. Angels. So they're telling you, whatever you think of yourself, you are an earth angel. Your guardian angels bring back memories. They contact you in dreams. You're only able to remember what you can emotionally handle. Angel Michael will bring you strength, courage and protection. So there may be somebody in spirit that you know that's called Michael, or it may be Archangel Michael. Or Raphael, physical and emotional healing. And Raphael, secrets, mysteries which are coming out. Help work with your angels. If you work with your angels again instead of against them and ask them to help you, you'll go very far right now. It's time to rise up. So your attachment to money, a poverty consciousness, feeling like haven't got enough, it's not important. Previous life you may have been provided for, or when you was younger you was provided, everything was given to you. So, or not, either way, you haven't learned to stand on your own 2 feet. Nobody taught you the way, so you're having to learn these lessons yourself. So struggling to save, and either is a mystery. Money is merely energy. It can be used for good or bad. So be careful not to be ungrateful. The spirit will take more from you. And then the Celts, we've got Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Stonehenge, King Arthur, so Arthur may be important. Old faiths, the old ways of healing. Herbs, the honey, like I said, if it's for your throat. Oak trees, druids, fairies, elves. The oak tree is for the month of July, and the fae. Willows, ancient forests, spiritual sites. Help, ask for help, and give help when needed. Healing and memories. So go back to the past where you was happy and remember that feeling. Keep it deep. Yeah? Cancer. So again, it's the home, the family life, karmic rewards, and the second house of Taurus. So Taurus is massively important for some reason. 5 or 23, if I didn't say that. The throat, your truth. Issues with the neck and throat will be healed, or is healed for someone in spirit. Second house, like I said, is Taurus. So it's about the neck, the throat, banks, green, the material world, how you see your wealth, so your self-worth as well, worldly goods, personal resources, possessions, security, values, self-worth, material value, and your spending. So what you're spending, especially on eBay and stuff, online shopping, that's an addiction. Cancer is the home and family life, the mother, the womb, the breasts. Somebody may have passed with cancer, even though that's not what it means. But you need to check yourself if that's the case. But there is reward coming to you. You will reap what you sow, basically. So Cancer in the North Node, the path to nurture yourself and others. The soul is learning to nurture and care about itself and those around it. So forgiveness, because it will poison you from the inside. Just, they can't help who they are. They're not going to change. Don't try and change them, because it's not going to happen. And then we've got North Node in the second house. The task is to develop your inner security. So feeling secure, so full circle spirit's done a really good job. So we don't need to go any further. It's knowing that you are strong enough yourself to stand on your own 2 feet. Draw on karmic resources and values. Look to the past, all the lessons that you've learned, how you have self-worth and value yourself and others on an eternal rather than a material level. Okay? So stop worrying. You're going to fly. You will soar. I'm not worried about you. Thanks for listening, and I'll send you the pics of my scribbles. Bye.